What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to SHOPcast, episode 75, man. Hitting them numbers, bitch. Anyways, I don't know why I called you guys bitches. You're not bitches. You're my friends. I love you guys.
I thought you were talking to somebody else.
I was absolutely talking to the audience. Anyways, the movie this week was, initially it was Skin Deep. I saved my two friends. I jumped in front of that bullet. Got shot in the gut. I'm bleeding out. We decided to watch a Keanu Reeves movie instead. So we went with Knock Knock. I'm happy to report that was a wise decision. I'm not going to really get into Skin Deep, but I'll tell you this, man. Had you guys actually watched that, you might not talk to me for a couple of weeks. It was that bad, bro. I was like, how is it this bad? I mean, dude, take my word for it. If I say it's that bad, it's that bad.
Yeah, I'll believe you.
And so for anybody that's not familiar with Knock Knock, it's Keanu Reeves and Ana de Armas. Whoa, buddy. In a home invasion horror type movie. All it made me want to do was watch funny games, to be honest with you. But the movie's about a guy, like a family, who it's Father's Day. They're going to celebrate Father's Day and go to the beach together. The mom and the two kids end up leaving the dad at home because work shit happens. The dad, obviously being Keanu Reeves, he's at home, he's listening to some music, he's getting some work done, and there's a knock on his door. It's these two bad chicks, man, standing out in the rain, all wet, all tatas hanging out. I turned into a 14-year-old boy again. It was like, and then they're like, hey, can we come inside and use your phone? Bro, what? Why would you do that? Like, why? The movie should have ended in like 12 minutes. You should have been like, no, thank you. Slam. Credits roll. And then they get inside and they, flirt and do all this and that. And then they end up wanting to use the computer for this. And then they want to dry their clothes. And they end up, becoming succubus. Like, and, spoiler alert, man. If you haven't figured out the show by now, you're fucking...
Yeah.
Too bad. They fuck him. They suck his cock. You suck my cock. Anyways.
It was free pizza.
It was free pizza. What was I supposed to do?
Best line in the movie.
Dude. And if anybody is familiar with, was it Ana de Armas? Is that how you say it? Whatever, man. The hot chick from Knives Out.
Yep.
The ladies come out to play, and I had forgotten about that. I was so happy to see that I went and told my wife, "You got to see this." And yeah, buddy, I don't know anybody on this planet that wouldn't have done what he did, except me, because I'm smart enough to shut the door in their face. You are not.
I've seen too many movies.
Happily married, thank you. No, thank you. No.
You ladies, get out of here.
Yeah, dude.
No, you guys are too attractive. If you were some ugly bitches, you can come use the phone, but
thank
nope.
you. If you were one girl but same weight combined between the two of you, we might be talking. But you were so not coming to my house. If my wife even thought you might knock on my door, she would kill me. No, get out of here. But yeah, you know what? I felt so bad for him, dude, because he was genuinely trying to be like a nice dude at first, and then he was trying to be respectful. He kept moving away from him because they kept flirting with him, and I was like, so I've watched this movie a couple of times now. And all I could think of was like, man, at what point do you just you have to leave? Like, you have to get up and go, no, you got to go. Like, before it got too crazy, he probably could have handled himself with those two girls because they turned out to be crazy people. This is a home invasion movie. It was a really slick move by these chicks. They played him like a fiddle, man. Like, this dude got took, man. And yeah, that's what the movie is. It's a home invasion movie. They tear this dude's life apart. And they have fun doing it. They laugh at him, they mock him, and they humiliate him, and then they leave. And he's got no recourse. He's just stuck, literally in the ground. Like,
yeah,
they buried this bastard alive with his head sticking out of the ground, and then make him FaceTime his wife. Like, what? Like, this is one of the most evil movies I've seen. Like, this is okay. I don't know what it is about me. I pick mean movies, dude, because this one's mean, dude. Like, I felt mean with Eden Lake. This felt maybe even meaner, dude, because it was like deliberate and intentional. Like, at least with Eden Lake, they just happened upon these pieces of shit. These girls like hunted this dude down. It was almost like a
Yeah,
slasher flick with no slasher.
It's a thing they do. They've alluded to doing it multiple times.
Yeah. So, had either of y'all seen this before?
I have not. I mean, I have seen images of, you know what, many times on the internet.
Let's go.
And
Love me some boobies.
I mean, yeah, that's all I'd ever seen from it. And
Yeah.
I figured that was probably enough.
It makes it worth watching.
And yeah, that was kind of enough.
Dude, I forgot, and I was like, oh, and they're out for like a hot minute, bro. They're not even like booby flash. No, it's like, here you go, men of all ages, enjoy this. This one, she's really, really famous, and she's gonna get there. This will never happen again. And now she's in James Bond. Come on, man. I'll be honest, that dress she wore in James Bond was just as sexy as her with her top off. I liked that where she was shooting and stuff. I was like, I like some clothing. I don't mind clothing. I like lingerie on women, but like, I'm also not stupid. Like, her with her shirt off was pretty awesome. There was bubbles too. Like, come on, wet bro. I'm wearing basketball shorts. I gotta stop talking about this. All of a sudden you're gonna be like, what's that in the screen, Randall?
Well, I don't know about Chris, but my introduction to her was Blade Runner 2049.
Mine as well.
And she's naked in that a couple times. So
see, I knew I needed to go watch that movie. I just didn't realize how bad I needed to go watch it. Clearly, it's a fucking prerogative and a priority now.
She's also very pink in it as well. So
let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, I really think that she's got her face is super pretty, man. But she's a pretty good actor. She's gotten better over the years. I've only seen her in a few things, but I've seen an increase in her talent level. Like in the James Bond movie, she was a lot better than she was in even Knives Out, and I thought she was very good in Knives Out. When I first saw this movie, I think I might have already seen Knives Out even, and it didn't click who she was for like the whole movie because her hair's blonde. She doesn't look like the same person. She doesn't act like the same person. If you were to tell somebody that they weren't the same person, it wouldn't be hard to convince them because they're so different as far as the roles and visually with the short blonde hair versus long brown hair. I really like her a lot, though. I think she's a good actor. Obviously, she's very attractive. But she's one of the actors when I see her on something, I go, oh, what is it? I'm interested in it. I think maybe because Knives Out was such a good movie and she's the star of that one, basically, that I'm now, it's kind of like when I started liking the blonde chick from Babysitter.
Samara Weaving.
Samara Weaving. It's because I liked The Babysitter. It had nothing to do with her specifically, except that she was the star of a movie I really liked. So I started catching her in other things and being like, oh yeah, I know her. She's cool. She was in that movie I enjoyed. So I think that's what happened with this girl too. Because generally speaking, I gravitate towards male actors more than female, just because male actors are they usually do the roles I really like. They're the tough guys or they're the bad guys. Rarely is it she was a bad guy in this movie. I thought that was awesome. It was a good role choice. I think it very diversify her portfolio a little bit.
Yeah,
but so did either of you like the movie?
Not particularly.
My mom always told me that if you don't have anything nice to say, not to say anything at all.
Just say something. I don't fucking care.
I don't know. I really didn't like it.
Man.
I
mean, I didn't think you guys were gonna be like, oh, it's the best movie ever, but I thought you'd at least have fun watching it. Shit.
One of my first thoughts, like 2 minutes into it, was, is this Nicolas Cage in a Keanu Reeves mask?
That'd be amazing.
Because, like, I could have closed my eyes and started the movie and completely thought that this was a Nicolas Cage movie.
Probably why I like it so much.
He sounded exactly like him, and I would say bad Nicolas Cage, not good Nicolas Cage.
There is no bad Nicolas Cage, sir. Watch your mouth.
I knew that was going to be your reply, but there is definitely a difference in his acting abilities, and this was the cornier, like, just like phoned in version. And Keanu Reeves isn't the greatest actor either, but this was particularly bad for him, I think.
I feel like he was just completely miscast. Like this kind of role just doesn't fit him. Because there's some things
why
that he does.
I like it is because it doesn't feel like something he would normally do or that he's particularly good at. And I didn't really care. So nothing about the acting in this movie is what I give a shit about. Like I don't care about that. The dialogue doesn't matter to me. None of it matters to me. What matters is the story is what matters to me. Like it's like I don't care about I didn't even pay attention to the acting. Is it bad? Sure. I don't have a clue, to be honest, because I didn't pay much attention to it. Like it was all about just kind of what was happening versus like if I went to go watch I don't know, a movie like Pig. I'm watching that movie and I'm kind of captivated by the acting almost immediately, right? With this one, it's literally the opposite. I'm like, what's happening in this movie? And I just wasn't paying attention to it. But I can take myself out of that and not really pay attention to it, and it doesn't bother me much. Like I don't really. I'm a little surprised that neither of you liked it at all. Like I didn't think you would want to buy it necessarily, but like I thought it was a fun pick. Like I literally was like, what's the opposite of Skin Deep? And I was like, oh, something fun. I'll pick this movie. Like it was the first movie. I don't even know what made me think of it, but
yeah, I expected to, like not care much about the acting or whatever.
Like all the shit that you guys end up liking, and then this one is somehow so bad, it just blows my mind. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it just like I definitely didn't go in expecting Oscar-worthy acting performances, but it just stood out as particularly bad. If it was middle of the road, like I would have been perfectly fine and not given it a second thought. But
yeah, I disagree with you on that one. I don't think it was that bad.
Just like, right off the bat,
I would call it middle of the road. In fact, like I wouldn't call it particularly.
Just that
bad.
First scene with him and his family just seemed really.
That is probably the worst part of the movie, actually.
Yes, and
I guess if you start off on a bad foot, you're not going to really want to watch much of it.
I don't know if that just got me in a like.
No, that makes sense. I can understand that because I've felt that way about other like artsier type movies where it started off on a note where I wasn't comfortable with, and I was like, ugh. But I ultimately maybe would think something different if it was started 10 minutes later or something.
Yeah.
I can understand why you would be soured right off the bat and not care about it after that, because it's like you get a meal that you're anticipating and you take a bite and it's not that good, but the rest of it tastes okay. You're like, yeah, but the first bite sucked, and it just kind of put me into a funk. I wasn't really enjoying it. I can understand that if that's your part of the reason anyways for not at all liking it. I'm just kind of flabbergasted that it wasn't even fun. Like shit, dude, because if it was anything, it was a fun movie. It was fucking insane.
Like I was kind of expected to be like, oh, it was terrible, but it was fun. So I think once I just got kind of in that mindset in the first little bit of the movie, there was just nothing really to pull me out of it. It was all so predictable and kind of just uninteresting, I thought. I mean, it was exactly what I thought it was, and nothing really, like, I don't know. It never piqued my interest at any point in the movie. Just there was nothing that was particularly funny or awesome or badass or just was.
I think you were just overworked this week, man. I think it was all awesome and badass and funny. Like there was so much of that in there. That's the whole reason that it's enjoyable for me. I think it's funny, mostly funny. I don't by badass probably not, but funny for sure. Like
I mean, aside from the bathroom scene, of course, like the best part of the movie is him just completely going off and talking about free pizza and like that is the best part of the movie. And that part I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
What I think I like about it is that it wasn't really that predictable, because every time you come to a scenario, there's a fork in the road and you can either go left or right, and there's no way to actually be that predictable. Each scenario now, is the outcome probably pretty predictable? Yeah, I guess, except for the outcome of this was extremely bleak, and there was no way to say that that's predictable, because I don't think you would have thought that was going to happen at the end of the movie. You were probably thinking he's going to get out of it and be okay, blah, 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 blah. It's not what happened. He didn't get out of it. He wasn't okay. His fucking family came home to their house destroyed, like with a life-ending situation at their feet. And so, I don't think it was predictable. I think that's just wrong. I
didn't think the ending was particularly bleak at all. Like, you don't know what happened, but
you fucking kidding me? He got put on Facebook fucking that girl.
Yeah, but he's tied
and then
up in the
deleting
video.
it, he liked it. Like, I mean, come on.
He's tied up in the video.
So all he has to say is
all he had to do was, and like the very end when he's seeing and he reaches out and he presses the phone and he hits like instead of delete and he goes, all you had to do is just unlike, delete. Like, it's like, oh no, like now it's permanent because I missed the button.
Oh, so we're going to take things for literal in movies now. Gotcha. Cool. I'll remember that. Like, come on, man. That's fucking retarded. Like, and that's so stupid.
Then like they came home and the kid was like, oh, daddy had a party. They just
admittedly not a great line, but
yeah, they just didn't make it seem
nitpicky, but it's whatever.
They just didn't make it seem like the family was going to be that mad at him.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm with Chris. I feel the exact same way.
If this would have gone 5 more minutes, like the wife could have just gone, wait, what happened? You did what? And they just moved on with their lives.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the house was destroyed, but all he has to say is that people broke into his house, they tied him up, they filmed him, they destroyed the house. I feel like he
killed their friend.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I just thought that the movie felt like a soap opera, and that there was no tension for me, honestly. Like the whole time, it just felt like, okay, now this is gonna happen. He never gets away for more than like 10 seconds, and then they just catch him again. So there's no time where there's ever like, oh, maybe he's gonna get away or he's gonna, he has the upper hand. It was just like he's just tied up the whole movie. I
felt like that was pretty tense. The fact that he was never gonna get away. You're wanting him to, but he's not gonna. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was just pretty poor. I'm not trying to attack you, Randall. I just didn't like it.
Couldn't care less at this point.
Yeah. So yeah, I was surprised. I
had no misconceptions that either of y'all were gonna be like, fucking shit was amazing. Like, I didn't think that. I was kind of grasping at straws to get to a pick after watching that other movie, and I don't know what made me pick this one other than it just popped in my head. So I was like, oh, that movie was cool. And so I was just like, I legit, if I had thought for a second that either of y'all would react even half as bad as you're reacting, I wouldn't have mentioned it. I would, because I don't care. I got plenty of movies that I'm pretty sure you'll like. So I'm just surprised. Like, I'm just, I don't know why I'm surprised. I shouldn't be, but I am. Cool.
Yeah.
Whose pick is it for next week? Let's move on. I don't fucking give a shit. I don't even know whose pick it is. Who goes first?
It's my pick.
Yours? Okay.
Yeah. I want to do Darkman, but it's not.
Fuck, I thought you were gonna go with Blade Runner 2049, man. What are you doing here? It was the layup. No, okay,
you want to watch a 3-hour sci-fi, slow, cerebral sci-fi movie?
No, because I'm gonna react just like y'all reacted about this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Even as far as saying that the tits were awesome. The Darkman?
Yeah, I was thinking Darkman. It's not on a streaming service though.
I've got Darkman on Blu-ray, I think. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see here. I'm thinking it's the right movie. Hold on.
And I know.
No. That's Dark City. Darkman. Oh yeah, do I have it on DVD? It's the one with Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've got that.
Same Raimi movie.
Yeah, Darkman's cool. Darkman's for sure better than Knock Knock. I can say that without even watching it again.
Man,
Darkman's good. Chris will probably like it too. It's got enough sci-fi shit in it.
Yeah, I don't think me or Chris have seen it.
Neither of y'all have seen that? Cool.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen it a bunch of times. I like that movie. I got a 3-pack. I got. Dude, don't watch the sequels. Just don't even waste your time. They're fucking terrible.
What I've heard. Yeah.
That's the one.
Good.
That's the one that what's his face? Crap.
The Werewolves Within guy.
Yeah. Josh Rubin. Is that right? God.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he wants to redo that one, huh?
Yeah, that's the one he wants to. Yeah, he was talking about it in the interview. So
speaking of Josh Rubin, dude, check these bad motherfuckers out.
Nice. The VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Nice.
Oh, so good.
Those clamshells.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Man, you got me really wanting to like campaign for Nick Cage to remake Knock Knock with maybe some kind of crazy director that would go like and actually push some boundaries. Because I like the fact that it was Eli Roth. That's what I think initially made me watch it the very first time, was that it was Eli Roth, and I was like, Keanu Reeves did an Eli Roth movie, and I was like, what?
It is a weird choice for him, for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree that it was a bad casting choice and all that jazz. I just
yeah, I feel like if you get a different actor for that movie, it's honestly a completely different movie. It was just,
even if you got Nick Cage in it, it's probably completely different.
I think it would be a lot more interesting with Nick Cage.
So I'll be real transparent and honest. The reason I had such a weird reaction to y'all's negative reaction to the movie is because when I asked Carissa if she wanted to watch it with me, because she's seen it, she was like, nah, that movie made me feel weird, and she just wouldn't even budge. And normally she's like, yeah, I'll watch it with you, pretty much whatever. And I was like, what? I mean, I didn't care, but I was like, what? That's weird. So I watched it, and then when y'all said, I was like, what the fuck all y'all did? The movie's awesome. Like,
yeah.
Tori watched most of it with me last night, and she was like, Randall picked this, didn't he? first of all, that's what she said. Like, this is definitely a Randall pick. And she's like, this is horrible. We were kind of just laughing at it the whole time. It was, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't want
it wasn't for me.
Shit.
I can assure you that Funny Games is a quite a bit better option for Home Intrusion. Y'all haven't seen that one yet either, have you?
No, I want to watch it.
No, that one's on my list for sure.
Yeah, halfway. I'll be honest. I mean, look, dude, I have no weird ideas that this movie's fucking great. I just thought it was an awesome movie. They're very different things. Awesome movie, great movie. They don't often overlap in my collection. But fucking Funny Games is like, I was thinking about halfway through it. I was like, nah, I should have picked Funny Games. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I should have picked Funny Games. I don't know. I don't even know why I picked this movie, dude. I have no clue what made me pick it, but yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to keep harping on it or anything. I'd always kind of stayed away from it because it has kind of a bad reputation.
See, I don't know about any reputation because I don't read shit about movies. I don't fucking care what other people think about them normally. Like, I care what you guys think, but I don't care what anybody else thinks. Like, if I would watch or avoid a movie on y'all's recommendation. Most other people, I couldn't care less. Like, you said what now? Oh, the movie sucks. Yeah, well, whatever. All the shit you like sucks, so I don't care what you think. You know, I like movies that suck. So I generally have to stay away from people's opinions because they don't usually agree with mine. That. So, but Darkman, that's a good movie. I haven't watched that one in a long time. I think I watched it I've watched it since COVID, but it had to be at least a year ago.
Okay. Yeah.
I
don't think I watched it since we've been doing the show. I might have watched it right before COVID happened. Even it's been a while. It's a good movie, man. Good movie.
It's rentable, Chris.
I'd say it's rentable. I thought you were like it's on no streaming service.
No, yeah, it's streams. It's just like it's not on Netflix or something.
I'll be honest, dude. I'm a little excited to hear what y'all have to say about this one because while I think you're gonna like it, I guess I'm not gonna be too shocked if you don't, because boy, is this a fucking ham and cheese movie, dude.
Oh, well, I know what I'm getting into with Sam Raimi, though.
Yeah, it's 90s Sam Raimi.
He directed this.
Yeah.
Did he do all of them or just the first one?
I think just the first one. That's probably why the other ones suck.
Yeah, probably. Man, I'm getting tired, dude. I gotta go to that movie in like 15, 20 minutes.
Nice. Yeah, I think we both, Josh and I, watched all the Screams.
Yeah.
This week.
Man, I didn't get to watch any of them, dude. I was really busy this week doing other shit. Yeah, I'll talk about it. We'll end in a second. I'll tell you what I was going to tell you.
But I'll say, yeah, I liked. I mean, the third one's not terrible.
No, I mean,
it's not great either.
When you're talking about 1 and 2 being two of the best horror movies ever, number 3 not being that great, it's still a decent movie. It's just, man, I can't get over that camera fix, dude. Fuck my life, man. Yeah,
2
number 4.
2 and 4 were good.
Y'all watch number 4?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, solid.
I like that they were able to pull off a really good sequel with a half new cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking the come on thing. I'm taking the GoPro with me.
Nice.
I'm gonna go make some content. I went and filmed oh dude, I was at Mod Pizza and I was filming. I went to go do a food review up there, and this lady's like, "You can't film in here." And she goes, "I want you to stop, turn off your camera or something." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I don't like that you're filming in here." And I was like, "That's unfortunate."
A customer or an employee?
Hold on, it's funny.
Okay.
So I was like, "Excuse me." She's like, "I don't want you filming in here." And I was like, That's unfortunate." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "That you don't want me to film in here." And I just kept filming. And she's like, "Well, are you gonna turn off the camera?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna turn off the camera." And she's like, "You can't film in here." And I was like, "I absolutely can. It's a public place. You're allowed to film in public places. Like, you can go into a government building with your fucking phone out and start filming. They can't tell you no. The only place you cannot fucking film is a literal private building. And a public restaurant is not a private building." Turns out, no, she wasn't an employee. It was a customer. Had I known that, because I'm generally a pretty polite guy, so she doesn't know this, but I turned my camera off pretty quick. As soon as she started making a fuss, I just hit stop recording. She just didn't notice it, so she kept talking shit. And so I just kept arguing with her because I don't give a fuck. And had I realized that she was a customer, not an employee, dude, not only would I have kept recording, but I would have turned the camera around and been like, "You dumb fucking idiot. What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
But
you could have had you a nice Karen video on.
Man, I want one of those so bad. I feel like I would do very good with a Karen video. Also, I filmed some lady letting her dog shit in the street and then leaving it there, and then I confronted her about it. But she said a bunch of stuff I can't put on YouTube, and I think she did it on purpose. So I had to I was like, fuck. Yeah, she said a bunch of stuff that, dude, even if I could put it on there, I probably wouldn't, because it's like, she said a bunch of derogatory stuff that I can't say, and I was just like, I was like, "Well, you win, good job." I was like, "Could you at least pick up the dog shit in the street, please?" Like, all I did was I was driving by her, and I just noticed that she kept kind of half glancing over her shoulder. I was like, "Oh, she's waiting for me to turn the corner so she can leave the dog shit in the street." And so I pulled up around the corner, and then I just turned around, and I saw her go rigid when I was pulling around, and she started walking really fast. And so I just pulled up next to her with the window down, and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Hey," and I was like, "You gonna pick up the dog shit?" She's like, "Yeah, that's what I was about to do." And I was like, "Okay." And then she called me a bunch of derogatory names, and I was like, "Jesus Christ, woman!" Like, literally, you could have said, "No, I'm not gonna," and I'd have been like, "Touche," and drove off. Like, I just thought it was kind of, I don't know. I've definitely left dog shit in the street, so I mean, but
yeah, whatever.
No, I shouldn't have a fucking camera all the time, dude. I'm the worst person to have a camera. I'll go start shit just to get some stuff on film.
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought that if I've ever been harassed or somebody on video, you just yell a bunch of curse words, and then they can't put it on anything.
Well, that's the thing, is they can. It depends on what you want to be on video saying.
Yeah.
So if you want to drop the F-bomb and N-bomb and think that they won't put that on YouTube, they probably won't. But I guarantee you, if she said that to me, I would put it on YouTube. So, or at least something. I'd have it on some platform, TikTok for sure. But
I just mean mainly for the news and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff.
If I was a celebrity, more so getting harassed by paparazzi, you just.
Yeah, if I was a famous person getting harassed by paparazzi, I would always say some weird stuff. I would always walk around with my nuts hanging out or something. They'd never be able to fucking film me doing anything.
Yeah, just draw a dick on your forehead, and they have to blur your face anywhere you went.
I would just wear a giant dildo around my neck all the time and just be like, "Yeah, this is my friend John." They'd be like, "What?" I'd be like, and just make sure it wasn't hard, so it did the wobble thing. You go, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go.
Stick it on your forehead here.
Suction cup. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now that would have been a good scene in Knock Knock. If they'd have put one of those on his forehead, and then you get a POV shot of them
that would have been tense.
That would have absolutely made that movie better. And also, I don't know, rated X or whatever they're gonna rate it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I am a child.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to Scream. I was kind of on the fence.
I'm pretty psyched. I don't know, dude. I stopped watching anything about it. I haven't watched the review. I literally know what I saw the second time I watched the trailer, and I have forgotten most of that. So I'm pretty psyched.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
I know that most of the
anything.
cast is back, and I'm pretty happy. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, I
Excited
hope
to
you
check
guys
it
like
out.
Dark Man. I'm sure you will. It's a good movie. It's a cool superhero flick because it's not your. I think didn't he do that like in the 90s, right? That's an old movie, isn't it?
It's like 1990. I just saw.
Oh, it's that
Yeah,
old.
it's
I thought it was
90.
like mid 90s, but okay, so he
Probably
was like
filmed it in the
he's
80s.
doing that, getting ready to make Spider-Man 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's about to do Doctor Strange too.
Oh, he's doing Doctor. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing the new one.
Maybe I did know that. Maybe I heard it once, but I don't. Like if you had asked me, I wouldn't have been able to recall that. Cool, man. Well, hey guys, hope you enjoyed that episode. Anyways,
Well, we needed a short one tonight, so.
that's true. All right, I'm gonna go watch Scream. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.